What's up, guys? King Cine here, and I just saw the new musical, The Greatest Showman, starring Hugh Jackman, Zac Efron, Zendaya, Michelle Williams, Rebecca Ferguson, and I have to say, I really enjoyed it as a musical, as a fan of musicals, as a fan of everyone involved in it. I really had a good time with it. Now, there are some minor complaints I actually have about it. One, this would have worked very well on the stage because the way it's directed like it's a stage play. It's not directed like it's a big theatrical feat, but it's treated like it's a big theatrical feat by being directed like it's a stage play. So the directing's a little off, but this is a very new director. This is his first movie, directorial debut for him. So I'll give him a little slack, because it's his first movie. Another issue I have is the songs themselves are great, but unfortunately, the way, again, directing issue, um, it's not done in a traditional musical sense where you see the actor or actress singing. Now, this is done a couple times, but it's so obvious that everything is just on a track and it's being played. And I don't know what happened in editing, but it was made that it made it look like sometimes the actors were just music, music comes out. Um, and I mean, I'm fine with auto tuning. I really am. There's sometimes people cannot sing. I get that. But you have Hugh Jackman, who is a Tony Award winning actor. You have Zac Efron, who started his acting career with High School Musical. You have Zendaya, who is a caliber singer in her own right. And you just waste them. You waste your musical talent that you have in auto tuning. Now, I admit, some of the songs are really good, and then some of the songs are just really bad. I mean, all the songs are fine, but they they don't have that many. It's like a lot of the time it's just repeating the same song. Like there is literally a segment of the movie that lasts for like I would say 8 minutes, and it's to say how time flashes forward, but it's the same song. They don't do anything new. Like at one point, the little girls start singing. The little girls start singing it. It's just I get it, but do you only have the one song? Um, but let's talk about the the choreography for the dance numbers. That is awesome. Zac Efron and Zendaya have a really good song, and the choreography of that song, the way it's executed, is amazing. My favorite song of the movie. Um, Okay, but let's talk about the biggest problem with this movie, and that is P.T. Barnum. So, and I get it, it's a musical, it's being led by P.T. Barnum, so you cannot show P.T. Barnum in a bad light. Um, of course, Springtime for Hitler comes to mind, where Hitler's the lead of the movie, and he's seen as like a goofy, silly guy. P.T. Barnum was not a good guy. He really wasn't. And we barely touch on that. And we don't even get to see Bailey in it. We do not get to see George Bailey in it. Uh, who was P.T. Barnum's real life partner. Instead, Zac Efron plays a fictional character created for the musical to give a romantic love interest to the fictional trapeze artist. So it reminds me a little bit of Birth of the Dragon, or Enter the Dragon, Birth of the Dragon, that came out earlier in 2017, in the summer of 2017, and it was about the Bruce Lee fight that really wasn't that documented. I mean, it was, but it was like only a few people got to see the fight, and it was like one of those legendary fights that everyone talked about for years. And, that was the pitch of the movie. Hey, we're going to do that. We're going to take world famous Bruce Lee and we're going to show about his early days before he did got his big movie break with Enter the Dragon. And the fight in that movie is really good. It's really well choreographed. And the guy that they got to play Bruce Lee, yeah, that was a perfect casting for Bruce Lee. The issue was they did this side story with this fictional characters of a romance movie. Now, here it's executed better, but still, if you're gonna do a biopic about P.T. Barnum, do a biopic. Now, this I don't think they ever said that this is based on a true story. I don't think they said this is P.T. Barnum's real life. I don't think they did that. I think they just wanted to make a fun musical. And that's what they did. They made a very fun, very enjoyable musical that's got some very catchy songs. Uh, I still have This Is the Greatest Show playing in my head. That was a really fun song that they had at the end. And at the beginning to way to merge the beginning and the end of the movie together. So, I will say this: despite the throw out the window of actual historical accuracy, it's a very fun movie, very very enjoyable musical, catchy music, a good choreography. And I think it will work very well on a Broadway stage. I really, really do. I understand why you didn't do it on a Broadway stage, because you couldn't get this cast if you did it on a Broadway stage. Um, but I look forward to seeing where it will go on a Broadway stage. I think it will do really, really well on a Broadway stage, and see what can do. Maybe even expand the runtime a little bit, because at times it feels rushed. I know sometimes I nitpick a movie for being slightly too long or a little out of place. I think this could have done with a little bit of expansion. I think this could have done with maybe a 2 hour runtime instead of a 90-minute runtime. I mean, it tells its story, but there's just some times where it just feels rushed and some things are just really, really glazed over. Um, and I mean, I'm fine if you want to do the fictional redeem P.T. Barnum, but I would have gone really into how he mistreated the people of his circus, because he very, very much mistreated them. And I don't think that needed to be glazed over. I think that needed to be a big showcase in the movie. Especially, hey, if you want to do the whole Carlisle thing played by Zac Efron, as the good guy and make P.T. Barnum kind of the bad guy and then have him redeemed at the end. Yeah, I'm all for that. Expand on that. Make it so. Give some tension between the two of them. So maybe an expansion in a Broadway show. Make it a little longer and we'll see what happens there. If it makes it into a Broadway show and I see it, I'll do a review of it, see how it compares to the movie. So, but with good acting, good music, good choreography, I'm going to give The Greatest Showman a B. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and if you like what you see here, like and subscribe down below. Thanks.